I didn't click that.
Yeah, you have to go to it and then scroll down. And that's your chat stuff. Now you're good.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
What they say will start showing up.
Oh, okay.
They have some.
Hey, Mike. I guess maybe one of these days I will learn how to do this by myself. I don't know. Into the bush. Hey, buddy. How you doing? Lee? Ben? Thank you. Thank you very much. I enjoy doing them. Hey, JC. Big Dog Leather. How you doing, man? Coffee. BC Truck, YouTube royalty. In the house. Uh-oh, Bush, what's the matter, brother? Cousin Jay. Oh, Bush, I'm sorry to hear about that. That's always tough. Mountain Man Hunter Homestead. Hey, how y'all doing? Excuse me. Yeah, we'll let him on here. He drives the Ford, but he's a pretty cool guy. I think that's his only fault. Thank you, Brad. Thank you. That was fun. I enjoyed doing that. Tony, hey Tony. I hadn't talked to you in a long time. Y'all doing okay over there? Well, good. Thank you. Yeah, I heard something about BC's getting a new camera. I saw the video when I was trying to figure this thing out. I didn't watch it yet. I'll watch it later. Yeah, no, I enjoy doing bills like that for people that they ask to see it being made, and I don't mind doing that a bit. They tend to run a little long because I want to show just about every step. But I enjoyed it. That's where I was going to the post office this morning. I was going to mail it to him, and post office closed. They're supposed to deliver Amazon today, but I'm expecting grinding belts, and they hadn't got here yet. And I need my belts. I got a couple of things to do. JC, what's new? Well, it was 78 degrees yesterday. We had air conditioning on in the house. And granddaughter's birthday party. They was all running around sweating. And this morning we had to have the heat on. It's been cold and rainy and all that all day. I seen that fishing cat, Jay. Can I borrow that thing? Teach my cats how to fish? I know. Every time I get a chance to go, it winds up a day like this where it's raining and windy and cold, or something. The other day we had to go last week. Mama was going to go with me, and she got sick, but she didn't feel good, so that took care of that. Well, Jay, if you'd feed that cat, she'd leave you fish alone. So thank you, RL. Thank you very much. All right, JC. See you later. Thanks for stopping by. No particular thing to talk about today. I just thought I'd come on. I think I'll try to do one about once a week. I think Monday afternoon might be the best time, because I don't think anybody's got a regular scheduled thing to interfere with. Plus, Mama works Mondays and Tuesdays, and she don't get home till a little after 7. So, besides my tech support in there, I'm home alone. Let's see. Alright, we got to figure out something to talk about. Let's see, the news and politics. No, let's don't talk about that. Sports. No, we don't talk about that. I'm not a sports guy. I don't even watch NASCAR anymore. Knives. Hey, there you go, Mike. That's a good thing. I spent today waiting on my grinding belts, and my little grinder, my 1x30. The way I work my jig on it is just a 90-degree piece of angle aluminum, and I tilt the table. I tilt the table to the angle I want, and I thought this table tilted, but it didn't. It tilts down, but it won't tilt back up like I want it to. So I took a little bit of time and built, modified the jigs I had, and then made one more. So I put the angles on them. I got 2 different angles. So that should work. I tried them out and they seem to work okay. Let's see, what did I mention? Sports. Yeah, last week, whose live stream was it? I think it was BC Trucks. I'm with you. I'm not a football guy, not a racing car guy anymore. It's all, racing has got so commercial. They can't be race car drivers anymore without getting fined and all that kind of stuff. Football, I watch one football game a year, just one, and that's Army versus Navy. And that's just because Army got beat so bad for so many years. Now we're winning again. So that's the only game I watch all year. I don't care nothing about the Super Bowl and all that nonsense. The way them guys run out there and get down on their knees and disrespect my country, don't want no part of it. Reaper! There's Reaper. I'm starting on yours about midweek or so, I think. Mike, 1x30. That's all I had was a 1x30 for years, several years. You can make good knives with that. It takes a lot longer. No, you go through a few more belts, but it'll work. Just keep going. You'll be able to get one. It just took me this long to be able to get one. And it's not really the one I wanted, but it'll work just perfect. It's fine. I'm satisfied. Usually I'll go to a 4 or 5 degree angle on the jig, unless I'm doing a freehand, which I used to do freehand all the time. But it's getting harder and harder to do, especially with uncle arthritis. I can't hold on to the blade for that long. But I will still do a few freehand, especially the bigger ones, and I'll just go by eye on that. If it looks right, it probably is right, the way I see it. Yeah, Reaper, I wish you would too. Didn't you say you was moving or going to try to move soon? Maybe you can get somewhere where you can do. Stead Homer, hey Stead, I hadn't seen nothing out of you in a good while. Hang on. In honor of Stead Homer being in the house, there's my Stead Homer hat. Ain't like that, Stead Homer. Hope you and Mrs. Stead Homer doing well. Hope y'all didn't freeze to death up there. I think y'all were in that bad cold. Yeah, Reaper, yeah, insurance thing, I understand that too, but Even though you know you'd be careful and all that. Just out of New York, yeah. Can't blame you there. I've been there in the wintertime. Back when little Ricky was a baby, we took a trip up there. My wife's father's from there, and her sister and Mama's sister and her husband, they lived up there. And we went spent 2 weeks in the house, couldn't get out, snow up to your you know what. Maybe in the summertime I would have liked it, but I didn't care much for it. Yeah, y'all ever watched Dad Homer's videos? If you hadn't, you need to check him out. He's always got the boonie hat. Almost always. Interesting guy, does some great stuff. All kind of stuff. Just in time. Hey, how y'all doing? Hey, Jaden. Oh, pretty good day. Just not real busy. Just messing around, trying to stay warm. Your day's probably been a lot harder taking care of your pawpaw up there, keeping him in line. Make sure you're out ice skating on the lake or something like that. Maybe, I'm not sure, maybe this spring I'll get to get back up there and see y'all again. Yeah, Reaper, well, that's, you know, some people just don't want to cooperate. That's right, Rick. Good channel. I know, Jaden. Andy. What's up, my brother Andy? Y'all ever looked at, y'all go check out Andy's channel too. Andy does a lot of neat stuff. He's in the last several months or so moved out to the woods. I got to meet Andy and have breakfast with him last year in, where was we at, Andy? Huntsville, Alabama. Had breakfast with him and his dad. Great people, very nice people. Oh, thank you, Rick. Rick has been with me for, I think, since the channel started, just about. Been there a long time. 777, thank you. This is only the third one I've done. I did one a long time back and then one last week. I think we're going to do one every week just to chit-chat and talk, and no particular subject unless y'all come up with something you want to talk about. I want to sort of steer clear of the politic thing and all that, because I know 90% of y'all are just as disgusted with it as I am, so ain't no sense in getting my blood pressure up. Yeah, it was Huntsville, that's right. Y'all know me, I don't remember a whole lot. Matthew, Nebraska, yeah, I bet y'all are cold up there. One of my best friends, my army buddies, is on Gearing, close to Scotts Bluff. I talked to him. Well, we used to talk on the phone about once every 2 or 3 weeks, but now with the Facebook thing, we just chit-chat back and forth on there every now and then. I was supposed to be there last winter to deer hunt. It just didn't work out. Just couldn't make it. Mike Frazier, welcome. First time here. Thank you. Thank you for being here. -1. I won't fuss about 55. Let's see. Excuse me, Stay at Homer. That's real hot on my head. Ain't many brains up there. If I cook what's left, there won't be a whole lot there. So. Let's see, who else is going to pop in here? Alright, well, let's find us a topic. We got to have something to talk about. 32, Andy, yeah, I forgot what they said here. I think only about 50. It's going to hover in the 50s for the next couple of days. Rain for the next few days, and then it'll be back in the upper 70s again by the end of the week. So, yes, Daniel. Yep. Potatoes are planted. I thought I made a little video about that. Maybe I didn't. Didn't take long though. It just only took me about 30 minutes to get them planted. And next thing I'll do, I want to do it today, but that cold, damp, rainy wind, I couldn't get out there in it. It would, I was going to clean out the raised beds and start getting some of them ready for onions and carrots and all that. That's right, Mike. Northwest Florida. Not Florida with an O, Florida with an A. The north part of Florida. 25 miles due north, you hit Alabama, and about 40 miles, which way is that, west, you hit Alabama again. Yeah, I've seen a lot of people use the bucket gardens and the container gardens. I grew some tomatoes in buckets one year and they seem to do okay, but just for us here, it just doesn't seem like it works that well. Unless I'm doing something wrong, which is possible too. Yeah, I'll dig, planted potatoes a few days ago, and we'll start digging potatoes probably in the first week or so of May. By the end of May, potatoes will all be done. Then I'll use that spot for something else. Yeah, I thought I had some ant poison, but I didn't. I had a bag of that diatomaceous earth everybody keeps talking about. I tried it a couple years ago and it didn't work. And I had almost a whole bag left, and I said, well, I'll just try it. Maybe I didn't put enough down. It's been sealed up and kept dry and all that. So I put it real heavy on the biggest part of the ants, on the real heavy beds. And I looked at it a little bit this morning. They have ate all the way around it. And they should have killed them by now if it's going to. They are eating it, just like they did before. So that's not going to work. I'll try some sweet potatoes. No, I don't try to grow sweet potatoes. I have. They're pretty easy to grow here. But we've got some pretty big sweet potato farms not far from here. And when they start digging those, we can get, and they're good quality potatoes, we can get a 50-pound bag for $4 or $5. So we get one 50-pound bag, cut some for the freezer for French fries, for sweet potato fries, and then we'll can the rest. So they're so cheap to buy. That's just one more thing in the garden. More room we don't have to have. Habanero and ghost peppers. Nah, I'll let you have those. I can't eat hot stuff anymore. I just a little bit of spice, but not much. Any kind of mild peppers like banana peppers, bell peppers, I love those. I can eat those. Cairo syrup and borax. I've got some borax. I don't know, but I might have some Cairo syrup in there. That's about the only kind of syrup we eat around here. Well, me anyway. Cairo syrup, Alabama, Georgia, cane syrup. Corn syrup and cane syrup is what I grew up on. Don't give me no maple syrup because I ain't going to eat it. I don't like maple syrup. My wife likes it because, her dad's from up there where maple syrup is the thing. And he fed it to her the whole time she was growing up. I think I don't know, it's probably in my 20s, the first time I ever tried it. And I just don't like it. Excuse me, here I go again. No Reaper, nope. I don't like maple syrup. Something I never had. You know, cane syrup and corn syrup. Like molasses. I don't like molasses. I think that comes from the middle of the country in there somewhere, and I don't like that either. Lost Dude, how you doing, man? Normally, yeah, Daniel, we do a lot of grilling. This past year we haven't done a whole lot, but on an average year, yeah. Now when it gets real hot, summertime, July, August, September, not so much, because it's too hot. It's just too hot outside. But yeah, I got to get back on. I got to get the outdoor kitchen going again. I got to make a big modification on the big smoker. A lot of y'all hadn't even seen that. I need to get out there and get on that again too. It's about time to smoke some fish, smoke some mullet, and whatever else I can get a hold of. Hey, Swamp Pappy. Yes, Dead Homer, y'all, that's the way it is over at, around where Jay lives, over in, Illinois. There's a lot of them over there, I think. Yeah, they grow and sell a lot of their stuff. But Jay, Miss April, Jay's wife, she grows a fine garden every year. I don't know what Jay does, but he's out fishing. Now they have a real nice garden of their own up there. It's doing okay, Daniel. I hadn't had any scares or any problems in a good while, so everything seems to be okay. The boat is still an empty hull, still sitting there. I've had to, let's see, I've got to save up some more cash. I've got to get the underneath the drain, the new drain hoses and the live well hose and all that. I'm replacing all that while it's all apart. And I spent a bunch on the grinder. And I had another big snafu with my propane forge. I have messed with that homemade burner and improvised burner and messed with it. I can't get it right, and I'm tired, and I've got to have it. You know, I'm wasting money trying to patch something together, so I ordered a new burner for it from a company that knows what they're doing. That's what they do. They build burners and forges and all that. So once I recover from all that, then I'll get my underneath piping, and then I can start putting it back together. Yeah, I'll check on that, Lost Dude. Steve, hey man, good to see you too. Yeah, that's right, Stedhomer. We have two big farmers markets here in the spring. One up by the Piggly Wiggly, big open lot, and then one up in town where local farmers take their stuff. You know, people that backyard farmers, and they grow a lot of stuff. And the only trouble is you got to be there when they open because they sell out so fast. And it's only open a couple hours in the morning and everybody's out. But Mike, I will not lie, I have fell off the wagon a couple of times, but it's doing well. Until I get good and mad and frustrated and upset and start slinging tools and all that kind of thing, which That's the way that propane forge did me the other day, and I just got so mad. Let's see, yeah. And my old boat is still ready. It's still ready to go. It's gonna have to make a couple more trips before the other one gets finished. Hey, William. You know, the post office story here, just quiet. Nothing. Nobody's heard anything. Nobody there will talk about it. I think even my son-in-law says he don't know nothing about it, which I don't blame him for not saying nothing, because that's their job, you know. Reaper, yeah, Piggly Wiggly, man. We got a uptown Piggly Wiggly. They're building onto it now, making it bigger, putting in a bigger meat market and all that kind of stuff. BBQ, I remember you. I hadn't talked to you in a long time either. You doing okay? Hey, Jordan. Yeah, the last I did hear about it was the person that threw the carrier that threw the mail off in the ditch. And that one got in trouble, got arrested or something, but who knows? I don't know what else ever happened with all that, but we hadn't had any trouble, so, and I hadn't heard anything. So the local City of Milton, they've got, you know, the Facebook neighborhood type page. I hadn't seen anybody. I scanned through that every now and then. I hadn't seen anybody complaining there. In our neighborhood page out here where I live, I hadn't seen anybody complain about it. So, yep, that's right, Reaper. Piggly Wiggly is a grocery store. And ours, when you pull up in the parking lot, you can hear the country music blasting. It's hard to talk in there because it's so loud. Play country music. They only hire pretty cashiers. There's also a little deli in there. They sell sandwiches and chicken and tater logs and that kind of thing. Boar's head meat, which is very excellent stuff if you can afford it, which we can't. It's very, very expensive, but it's good. Yep, I'm just getting started with the gardening again. BBQ. You remember last year I didn't plant anything at all, and so the whole spot's laying dormant for a year, and I got the biggest of the weeds down. I'm just gonna have to work a little bit at a time until I get them all taken care of. But good. I'm glad they're doing a good job. Yeah, the kids like it in there. They even sell Piggly Wiggly t-shirts. Now, when I worked, and I first come out of the Army and came back here, after we lived in Alabama for a while, I took the first job I could find, and it was at the old Piggly Wiggly up in town. And I was produce manager for, goodness, I guess about 3 years. Now, that was a corporate store, corporate Piggly Wiggly. This one up here is just a franchise. And about that time back then, that's when Food World moved in and Walmart started selling groceries, and they had to close. And this one's been open for a few years now, but it's a little franchise type thing. It's a cool store though. Anything you need's in there. Yeah. Hey, Gee. I think Gee is the farthest north of anybody so far tonight. You cold up there? Oh, Gee, you'd like to hear this. I seen the redfish the other day. I didn't catch it. I saw it. Somebody else caught it. One of them golly whoppers. Okay, got to do your fishing podcast. You got to send me a link to that thing. I think you told me about it. Is it on your regular channel? Hoghead cheese. Now, I am a country boy, a southern boy, all that neat stuff, but I ain't eating hoghead cheese. Sauce, I don't like it. It's not so much what it is, it's just, I just don't like it. Plus, I saw somebody make some one time, and Yeah, I remember BBQ. I think I remember. That was back last year, wasn't it, or the year before? Yeah, I bet you do, Gee. Remember we used to go out in the bay, tool around Florida town and all that? All that, it's all still there. There's just more people, that's all. Well, let me know. Let me know. I'll make you some more. All right, William, thank you. Yeah, just let me know. Oh, okay, BC's back. Yeah, BBQ, I got a couple more next, probably the end of next week, probably I'll be ready to show some. Show at least one more, maybe two more. And there'll be a little bit more money because there are a lot more involved. But if you go out woods, hunting, camping, trapping, that type of thing, bushcrafting, I really like them. The first one's going to go to Reaper. You still there, Reaper? First one's going to go to him. I'm going to have him test for me because he loves to beat on knives, and y'all know my regular knives are not to be beat on. But he likes to beat on stuff, so we're going to let him beat on it and see if he can break it. Hope he can't, but and there's another YouTuber I'm going to send another one basically the same thing to and let him try it. But I'm not going to mention him until if he likes it or don't like it or wants to try it or not try it. No, Mike. No, I've never held any classes. I just I've done several start to finish. Somebody just knocked on the door. I bet you that was my Amazon package. And I do talk to several, well, they're not really beginning knife makers now. They're getting on up pretty good, I believe. I'll answer questions for anybody if I can. If I can answer it. If I can't answer it, I'll find somebody that can. JW, hey, going good. Going good. Oh yeah, Jordan, I'm itching to go. We was gonna go last week. Mama got down and didn't feel like going, and I don't like to wander off like that by myself a whole lot anymore. But if something don't happen pretty soon, I'm gonna get the boat and go by myself. Can't get Master Sergeant to come over anymore. He's so busy, and well, he was sick for a while, but he's better now. Then his son got sick, and he had to help him out. And yeah, Freshwater here, I hear the same thing, William. Crappie's biting. Brim, bluegill, they're biting, which they bite all year round here. So. Stead Homer, the thickest. The thickest would probably be like like a horseshoe rasp, a real heavy file. Because I can forge that pretty easy. Anything much bigger than that, I can't. That's too much hammering for me. Redneck pepper, yeah, Tony, I did. They're planted. Sounds good to me, Jordan. You got, I believe you got my phone number, don't you? Or email or something, just holler at me. Don't go to my secret spot now. Nobody knows anything about that. Nobody knows there's any fish in that spot but me. I thought that one time, and I pulled up on a couple of spots like that I thought nobody knew about, and there's 3 or 4 boats sitting on there. So there ain't no secret spots. Let's see, what else? I was going to say something else. Rolled right out of my head. Oh, the competition knife I was talking about. Pictures are the first, well, half the pictures are up on the website, and mine is in there. I can't tell you my number, but it's the Real Knife Makers of America, all lowercase letters, is the what they call the business page. If you go to that page, it's on Facebook. That's the only place it is. You can look at it, and you can see all the knives that's been submitted. Well, everybody's is in. Last night at midnight was the deadline. So I believe whoever didn't get their picture in by last night is I think disqualified. Because last time people kept asking for days and extra days and extra days, and it wound up being almost 2 months. But real nice knives on there. Go through there and see if y'all can pick out which one's mine. Might be able to, I don't know. Oh, good deal, Brad. We're all waiting for that. Every time I see where you post a video, I hope it's of the shop. You look so out of your element unless you're in the shop. So. Thank you, Swamp Pappy. Thank you. I just be who I am. And either like who I am or don't like who I am. Not saying I don't care, but anytime you're ready, you just holler, and I'll make you whatever you want. Passion for hunting and fishing. Yeah, I've got 2 I'm working on now, and I've got a couple more projects for next week, later on in the week. Yeah, he's got to relearn how to make knives now since he's in Texas, Rick. You know, because everything's big in Texas. He's got to learn how to make them big knives, them great big ones. All right, get off my Chevrolet. And I will tell you, I would not buy a new Chevrolet. Let's don't get into the politics, but I would not. I wouldn't buy one. if I could afford to buy any of them, I don't know what I would buy, because a new, not loaded, but a new nice F-150 costs more than I paid for my house. So I ain't fixing to pay that kind of money for that long length of time. I'm just not going to do it. Dodge Ram, I don't know about them old Dodges, you know. Take a bunch of old Ford parts and mix them up and rebuild them and make something, and that's what I heard Dodges were, but I'd like to see that too, Jay. You have to record that and put it on his Facebook page. I can't say. Hey, Master Sergeant Jim. You know, BC, the wife and I were talking about it not long ago. I don't think I would have anything against a Toyota. I know several people that's got them, got the Tundras, the big one, and they seem to be tough. They run forever, and they look pretty good. They look all right. Your Dodge has over 1 million miles. That's on the tow truck, right? Now, when I go back up there, he ain't gonna let me ride in. He's gonna make me walk. So, yeah, I don't plan on getting rid of mine. It's a 95, and I can still work on it, and have worked on it a little bit. As long as it's still running, if it breaks down, I'll just fix it. Keep tires on it and brakes on it and gas in it and keep on and going. Yeah, like I said, I know several people that's got them, and I've heard good things about them. So we're thinking on maybe trading her big Suburban, on something smaller, like maybe instead of a Suburban, maybe a what do you call that thing? Tahoe or Expedition size, something like that. It won't be an Expedition though, because I'm not buying a Ford, not a used one, not an older one. But we'll just have to see. What? Oh, phone thinking. We'll have to wait and see. She wants something smaller, and I want to keep that one. The only thing about that one is the air conditioner is out, and if we keep it, we're going to have it fixed, and it's a chunk of money to fix it. But it's better than a pavement too, so. All right, William. Thank you. And take another look at them pictures. Let's see, where'd I go? I got lost here. Yeah, 98 Chevrolet. I believe Chevrolets stayed pretty good, I believe, up till about 2000, 2002. And then I think they started changing things and more computer and all that, and they started having trouble with them. Yeah, now I did have, years ago, I had a Ford the Ford F-250 four-wheel drive diesel at a 6.9, and I like that thing. Fuel mileage wasn't too bad on it, but it's such a big truck, had big tires on it, and whatever you hooked up to, it'd go, it'd pull it. I noticed that, Keith. You don't see many single cab trucks around anymore. Not new ones. I mean, you see some of the oldies around still. Mine's an extended cab. It's not a four-door. It don't have a door that opens, but it's got a back seat in it. That's right, BBQ. They trucks are replacing cars, and I think some of that is because they're telling us we can't have them. Tell me I can't do something and watch what happens. You know what I mean? I used it some more today, Brad. I love that thing. I don't know how I did without it. Honestly, I don't know how I did without it. So far, so good. Yeah, and my son-in-law, the mailman, he's got a little Toyota, what is that thing, a T100, I think. I don't know what year it is, but he's run it on the mail route for, goodness, I think he's been there 10 years, and he's had that truck for at least 8 of those years, and he's still going. Of course, he, being the way they run them, he wears out tires and brakes all the time, but other than that, he's had any trouble out of it. Yeah, I've heard Camrys are okay. Yeah, I've noticed that too, Brad. Have you seen the commercials for the new Chevrolets? That new tailgate they got? It folds down like 3 pieces and got 3 steps. That looks pretty cool. But I still wouldn't buy one, but hey, Two Family, how y'all doing? I hadn't heard from y'all in a long time either. We're doing good over here. Excuse me. Yeah, Reaper trapped hard this year. I enjoyed watching him. All the videos, especially when he started running the live stream from the trap line. That was pretty cool. Fighting with the trees and slipping in the snow. Alright, how long have I been on here? About 45 minutes. Let's give it a few more minutes. How about 6:30 we'll shut her off, because I got to finish up supper before Mama gets home. Well, sorta. I love crock pots. Excuse me. She'll lay out, put this in there, and then put this in there, and then put that in there. Push the button. I can handle that. I'm a good cook as long as I got a fire on the grill, an open fire, a smoker. But get on that stove with pots and pans, not so much. Well, I'll eat it, but nobody else will. Red beans and rice and sausage. Good stuff. Of course, I may have to sleep out here in the back room tonight, but I love beans, but any kind of beans don't matter, but they don't like me much. Yeah, I love red beans and rice, jambalaya, any kind of Cajun food. Just as long as it's not too awful spicy. All Louisiana food. Any kind of seafood, I don't care what it is. If it swims, I'll eat it. I don't like Italian food. Don't care a lot about pizza. I guess that's Italian too, but I don't know. I'll eat it. I mean, I'll eat anything, just about. But I don't like it, but I will eat it. If you've ever been hungry, not mean I'm hungry, let's go get something to eat. I mean, I'm hungry and there ain't nothing to eat for a day or two, a few days. You won't get picky. You'll eat whatever there is to eat. That was a long time ago, but still, you don't forget that kind of stuff. The muskrat. You trap them things up there? Jay, does anybody trap them up there? Alright, Stead Homer. Good to see you, buddy. We're waiting for you to put another video up. A bunch of us are. Gotta see what you've been up to up there. Still wondering about that surprise thing you was talking about a while back. Thank you, Scott. Thank you very much. Black beans and rice. Yeah, black beans are good too. Hey, James. It still looks just like it did. I'm hoping to get to it shortly. I know I say that every time, but I'm trying. Yeah, I've seen that on some of the other videos that I've watched at a couple of TV shows where they make gloves and mittens and different things out of muskrat hides. William, North Carolina, how you doing? All right, Brad, thanks for coming by. Appreciate it. I'll talk to you soon. I think my belts just came a few minutes ago, I believe. I'll get on. I'm use some of them different ones tomorrow, and I'll let you know how they work. Yeah, you got the perfect spot to sit there, Jay, and shoot just about anything. Right out the window. Don't even have to get out of your chair hardly. That's pretty cool. Alrighty, well, it's just 6:20. Alright, everybody's starting to drop off. Let me go ahead and get off of here. And I really appreciate y'all showing up. Excuse me, dang it. Thank y'all for stopping in. I enjoyed it. If all goes like it should, next Monday, same bat time, same bat channel, if you remember what that means, we'll do it again. And I'll keep up. I'll get another one finished up tomorrow. See you later, Daryl. Mr. Daryl, thank you very much for stopping in. Night, Jay. Tell Miss April we said hi. Jaden, you keep an eye on that dude, if you would, please. Master Sergeant, where you been? First time I seen you. You been sitting off in the corner somewhere? All right. Did I already say it? Thank y'all for showing up. We'll see you next week here, and I'll have another video or two up during the week. Y'all take care, and I will see y'all later. If I can remember how to stop it. Right there.